TikTok creators are using AI to revive the dead. Yes, you heard that right. Let me explain. True crime is a genre that a lot of people feel iffy about. It is a genre that has garnered immense popularity in recent years, and it has a dedicated fan base that will defend it to the end of the earth. There are a lot of concerns surrounding it though, with some people arguing that it exploits the suffering and trauma of victims and their families for the creator's personal gain. In many cases, the individuals have already endured immense pain and loss, and so having their stories told in graphic detail for entertainment purposes can prove to be a terrible thing for them to see. There is also an argument that the true crime genre tends to sensationalize violence and glamorize the criminals. This can be seen in communities such as True Crime Community Twitter. However, thankfully this is not the case most of the time, and only some disturbed individuals take this route when exploring the genre. AI is a whole other story, as its use in creative fields such as art has been met with a lot of controversy. AI-generated art has sparked debates regarding if it is moral to generate pieces of art using something that has developed a style by feeding on human art, and this is argued that they lack a personal touch and real creativity that human art can offer. AI-generated writing has also been critiqued for lacking the emotional impact that human writing can hold. There are also arguments made that it can maximize potential and efficiency, and can be used to generate new ideas or give you different perspectives on things, so there are certainly valid arguments that can be made for both sides. There is very much an ongoing debate on AI being used to create content, and recently there's been an influx of AI-generated content all over the internet, from Twitter to TikTok. So, with a little bit of background, let me show you a video that has exploded onto For You pages in recent days.
My body was found and on the floor of the family wine cellar. My case is one of the most famous and mysterious in American criminal history. My name is
John Benet Ramsey.
This video is undeniably controversial right from the start, as it raises a moral issue with its animated depiction of a victim recounting the disturbing details of the horrific crime that took their life. I actually stumbled upon this video weeks ago, long before it gained widespread attention. It had appeared on my For You page, and I felt as if I had to share it with the Discord servers I'm a part of to make sure I wasn't the only one that thought there was something deeply unsettling about all of this. At that time, I genuinely believed that I might be the only one who saw the issue with it as a result of the comments, as I discovered that many viewers seem to be oblivious to the moral implications, instead choosing to discuss the case and ignore what they were actually watching. To make matters even worse, the stories presented in these videos are true but contain numerous factual inaccuracies. In one instance, they even got a victim's age, name, and race wrong. While it's not uncommon for true crime videos to have incorrect information, one would expect at least the tiniest bit of effort to be put into these TikTok videos. Instead, it appears that this is simply an attempt to cash in on a trend, sacrificing accuracy for a quick buck. And that's exactly what these videos are, an exploitation of viewers' emotions to generate clicks and likes. It's why they amass millions of views and leave you feeling genuinely disturbed. The more likes they receive, the more they are promoted on the For You page, leading to an endless cycle that shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. The creators evade TikTok's strict guidelines on deepfakes by avoiding the use of actual photos of the victims. TikTok explicitly prohibits the use of deepfakes involving young people or private individuals on their platform. These creators instead resort to using pictures of different people, which misleads viewers as presenting them as the actual victims. This depiction can lead people to form entirely different perceptions of the case, as they don't even know the victim's true identity, further distorting crucial details that would be very good to know. Also consider the emotional impact that this must have on the relatives of these victims as well. Imagine scrolling through TikTok only to stumble upon a recreation of your deceased family member, recounting the gruesome details of their slaying. It's undoubtedly deeply disturbing. This has sparked a debate as to whether the victims' relatives have legal ground to pursue lawsuits against the creators of these videos. Arguments have been made suggesting a case could be built on defamation charges. However, there are arguments for both sides, and we are still very early days. The legal landscape surrounding the issue remains uncertain, much like many other AI-related matters at the minute. minute. However, it is likely that we will witness harsher legal restrictions in the near future, which will do everyone a world of good. This situation raises questions about what the future holds for this type of content. It is a serious concern that in the future, AI could be used to generate fake images, videos, and audio recordings related to real-life cases, which could seriously blur the lines between fact and fiction. In addition to this, there are fears that it could be used to recreate crime scenes and even generate fictional scenarios that can then be played off as completely real. This could mislead viewers and cause serious issues, so this is one reason why this needs to be addressed ASAP and regulated before it becomes a bigger problem. Surprisingly, this isn't the first time that something like this has been attempted, as a television show from a few years back actually did almost the same thing. The show is called I Was Murdered, and it tells true crime stories, but includes a voiceover done by the victim. So essentially, they hire a voice actor to narrate a case in first person, which falls under the issues that was spoken about previously, and some reviewers label it as gimmicky and cringeworthy just to make it even worse. As it is clearly not the victim speaking, it can seem disrespectful for the narration to claim that they know what the victim was thinking in their last moments when they clearly do not. While some of the best true crime shows choose to focus on the fact, this type of stuff really leans into the fiction and is something that should stay far away from the already controversial genre. Going back to the topic at hand though, some of these accounts have now been taken down by TikTok, but far too many of them still remain. This is a disturbing trend that only seems to be getting bigger, with too many people not recognizing its harmful nature. Hopefully in the future, more laws can be put in place to regulate AI so people can't do creepy things like this for their own personal gain. For now though, we can only hope that TikTok continues to terminate these accounts and hold the creators accountable for their creations. A big thank you to my incredible Patreon supporters Neil, Mari Gann, Alex Rod, K4 Silver, Entrepreneur, Collectiki, and Chelsea Weinzel. Feel free to tell me your thoughts on this in the comments, as I'd love to hear your take on the situation. You can click on the playlist on the screen right now to fall down the darkest rabbit holes and entertain yourself by making your night that little bit darker. That's all from me though, so until next time, sleep tight.